I am a brand new medical resident and I am starting on nights tonight. So let's go through what I'm bringing in my bag. So I'm feeling really nervous to start on nights, but having a bunch of things that I might not ever need in my bag are making me feel a little bit better. So let's go through it. So I just went with the Everyday Lulu bag. Very easy. It holds my water bottle. So I have that here, but I have a ton in this front pocket. Okay, so first starting with the basics, I just have my wallet, keys, and my AirPods. And then we were given this little booklet at orientation that has a bunch of sticky notes in it, so maybe I'll find those useful. And in this front pocket, I have 1,000,001 pens. I'm not gonna not have a pen tonight. I'm gonna make sure I wear like 3 on my body and then have a bunch of these. And then I have my little Summer Fridays lip butter balm in here. I absolutely love this stuff. And then the last thing I have in here is my bike key. Now for the big pocket. So I have my stethoscope, of course. I am an internal medicine resident, so have to have that. And then I have my glasses. So I don't actually need these for like everyday things, but I need them to see far. So I usually wear them at the hospital. If I'm standing at the end of a patient's bed, I can like see their monitor really well. And then I have this little baggie that has a lot of essentials in it. So just some Advil, Tylenol, feminine products. I have a little hand sanitizer, have some floss if anyone needs that. And then I also have Tower 28. It's like the antibacterial. It still has the sticker on it, but it's like the antibacterial that helps, you know, after you've been sweating or anything like that. And then I also have some Band-Aids in here, some tissues. I also made sure to put an extra hair tie in here. That's kind of like my emergency kit. And it all fits in this little baggie. And then I have the big bag. So this is more like fun stuff, things I might just want to have just in case. Not all essentials, but to me just make me feel better that I have them. So I have some Trader Joe's Rose Water Facial Toner. Okay, then I have the Big Dog deodorant. So this is just to reapply so I don't get nasty throughout the night. I have an extra hair clip, so I just have it pinned back in a small clip right now, but if I'm just tired of working with it, we have the big clip. And then some Altoids to make sure if I'm drinking coffee at 2 a.m., I do not have terrible coffee breath. I have my emergency protein bar in here. These are the One Bars. I absolutely love these. Last but not least, in this bag, I have a bunch of my Elements. I absolutely love them. This raspberry salt one is so freaking good. Next thing in the bag is just this little notebook. One of my friends actually got this for me years ago. It's just a blank lined notebook. I use these in the hospital just when I need to tear a piece of paper out and use it for something. It's also just so cute and pretty and feminine. And then last thing is this online med ed intern guide. This was passed down from one of my mentors by his mentor, and then he gave it to me. It just has a lot of really good clinical pearls in here that I really like about this. There's a method section and it goes through some diagnostic schemas. So there's like chest pain, shortness of breath, abdominal pain, just some schemas of how to think about it, which I think will be really helpful, especially in my first year. There's also an EKG section. I'm gonna have this, not sure how often I'm gonna use it, but makes me feel better to have a lot of information just with me. The very last thing is just my laptop. And so I think that's everything that I need. I'm bringing a jacket, so if I get cold, I think there's an on-call room. I have my phone, which is also my pager. I think that's everything, other than my badge, of course. That's it. Wish me luck. This is night 1 of 5, and then I have a night off until I'm back on to finish 2.5 weeks.